Joe, it's obviously been a few days since the big result on Friday night. Must have been a really good place to come back to. What's it been like in the aftermath?
Yeah, it's good. You know, we love to play in those big games. To get a big result and get into a cup final is huge for us. We know we've not won nothing yet, but it's really nice to, at this point of the season, to get some reward for all the hard work that the players have put in.
Yeah, and it's obviously another massive result in a big game. How much does this just stand the team in good stead for what lies ahead?
I think it's massively important for us, for our ambition, where we want to go, what we want to achieve. You know, just our mentality within our group, getting this group to believe that, you know, like, we are the team to beat and we are the best. You know, I think they're starting to see that. I think they're starting to see the rewards on the pitch of all the hard work that we're doing day in, day out, on the grass in the training centre. So yeah, it's more than the players deserve, and I'm just really happy that we can get into a final and get rewards from some of the hard work that they've done already.
Yeah, and the team, of course, on Friday night finding that different way to win. Do you feel like that's just showing a different side to their mentality? Of course, there's been some comfortable victories, but just digging that bit deeper.
Those are the big games where you need to find those moments. We always know we've got it in us. We always know that should we need those moments, we've got them. Big pressurised moments, you know, Rio Hardy stepping up for a 94th minute penalty to win the game. You know, there's a lot of pressure on her shoulders, but she does it regular. You know, there's a few of them that I'd be really confident of in that moment in time. But you know, should she have missed it, then we would have took extra time anyway. We was confident going into extra time. We knew that we were the fitter team. We knew we looked like we were in the ascendancy. We knew we looked like we were the better team on the night. So, you know, there was no panic from us. We was really confident that we were going to come out winners on that game no matter what, really.
Yeah, and how much is this just like a just reward for the players reaching a final, and of course having that to look forward to, and you know your opponents now as well? Yeah,
I said to the players, I was like, this is your cup to keep. You know, it's their cup, it's not mine. You know, it's been my first rodeo with it, so I think it's important that the players kept it. I think it's important when you keep something and keep the hopes up of keeping it, because as I said previously, we've only got one foot in the final, but you know, it really puts us in a good position going into that game and being really confident that we can win that game. I think that's important. We go into every single game thinking we can win it, as we went into Friday thinking we were going to win that game. But it's proving it on the day, and that's the battle that we've got next, is proving it on the day in those moments that you step into a big game, you step into a cup final, and can you perform and can you show up? And I've no doubt the players are going to do that, but we're just going to make sure we do. Yeah,
and of course full focus now back on SWPL duties and the first away league fixture of the year. How much are you looking forward to that and back on the road?
You know, we go backwards and forwards, and I think it just keeps us fresh. We know, like, your bread and butters of the league, and that's a massive, massive priority for us. We're in a good position as always, and we've put ourselves in that position, and we don't want to take our foot off the gas. We want to make sure that we keep pushing, we keep performing, keep striving to be the best in this league, and keep our position at the top of that table. So, you know, we'll do all we can when we head up to Aberdeen on Sunday to come away with 3 points.
Yeah, and how much it would be a fitting way to round off the month as such, with another positive result and of course competing on 3 fronts.
Yeah, we went into the Christmas break knowing that we were in a good position, and I think it was important that for us that we came off the back of that break, you know, a 2-week break, knowing that you've got to hit the ground running again. And I think that's a big test of character for us. It was always going to be a notch where we looked and went, this is a test right now. We've come in and we've passed it straight away. And I said in an interview previously that the first session back in, I knew we were good. I could tell the players had been doing what they needed to do over the break. They know that there's a collective thought there of what we want to do and what we want to achieve, and it's just great for me to see that they're all on it and they're all pushing in the same direction, and that's just to hopefully be winners at the end of the year.
Yeah, and you take on Aberdeen, of course. What sort of challenge do they pose to you, and of course the long journey up there that comes with it? Yeah,
it'll be difficult. You know, I know Clint likes to play a certain way of football. You know, they like to try and play out from the back. They can play a few different formations, but you know, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be an easy game. They've had a few good results as well along the way. So, you know, as ever, we know what they can pose. We've had a look at that today. We've worked on it out on the pitch, but also we'll just look at how we can perform on that day, how we can hurt them in certain areas that they may be vulnerable and they may be weak. So we've looked at that on the pitch today, and I'm happy with where that's heading.
And just looking at the squad overall, you've introduced Liv McLaughlin, of course, in the last week or so. What do you feel like she can bring to the squad? Yeah, do you know, Liv's got a lot of energy. She's a great player. She's a typical midfielder. She can do a bit of everything. You know, she
She likes to close down, she likes to chase, she likes to be tidy in possession and link play really well. She's got a great energy to run in beyond, and I think it just suits us and our style to add that to us as well and add another string to our bow. She'll bring us something a little bit different to what we've got in that midfield, maybe a little of everything in one little player, which is good for us, and we can use her in different areas and different parts of the build and different parts of the pitch that really suit us. So I'm excited to see her. You know, she's had a good week's training now. We've managed to get her in for a week. So I think she's just starting to get to grips with how we do things, how the other players play and how they can link in with her and her strengths. So yeah, I think it's an exciting time for Liv. I think everybody will be happy to see her on the pitch.
Yeah, and do you just feel like adding her to the squad further enhances the competition? You touched on, of course, she can play in a couple of different roles as well.
Yeah, I think it's important for us that we keep pushing. We don't take our foot off the gas and think we're good. I'm happy in this area. Our midfield's excellent. I think you could see that on Friday night. We dominated every part of that midfield, and it's a strong part for us. But you know, you add a player to that with some different qualities, and you know, I look at opposition and I go, how do they kind of stop us in a way? You know, we've always can play different ways and a different style, and we can change that in different games because they've got the tactical knowledge to be able to do it. So, you know, we're adding another string to our bow, which is going to just benefit us both ends of the pitch really. You know, I think defensively it helps shore us up, and going forward it offers us a little bit of something different.
Yeah, and just lastly, how much is the attention now having the mindset firmly back on league action? Of course, you've secured the place in the cup final, but it's not for a few months away, and just focusing on the league now.
Yeah, I think that's the definite switch that we needed this week. We knew that we're into a cup final, we've not won it yet, and that was the overriding message from me when we came back in this week after a couple of days off. So I think it was important that, you know, the message is there. We've not won anything yet. Yeah, it was a great game, a really good performance. We were really happy with it. But we need to make sure we definitely switch our mentality to league and, you know, have a look at where we want to be at the end of the season and where we're at now, and just trying to maintain that and maintain those high standards that we've got.